Hey, hello everybody. It's Ben with Kreations by Kevin. Um, I need to know how to turn off the sound. So give me 1 second. This happens every time. And I have some friends who I'm going to bring in with us. Let's bring them in. Okay. I'm going to try to watch comments. Let's see. I need to stop the. I'm learning. Okay, just like okay. Oh boy, be right there. I want to figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Let me come back. There we have some people. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Um, okay, so I'm super excited that I'm doing this like by myself for the first time. I think I got the fun little music started, and so that always gets me pumped up. Um, so I do have some people joining me tonight that I had said earlier, if anybody wants to hop on, you can hop on and you can make the card with me, or you can just sit and watch me. So um, now I need to make sure everybody gets on here. So let me change it so I don't have to let people in. Um, okay. Okay, so I am going to just spotlight me. Let's see. Well, let's get you all. Those of you who are on, if you want to unmute yourselves real quick.
Hello.
We have
Hello.
Sandy and Heidi and Tracy. Um,
Hello.
thanks for joining me, guys. Where are you from?
New York
I'm
State.
Let's see.
Louis,
Sandy, where are you from?
I'm from New York State. I'm a downline for Linda Hunt.
Your state? Okay. Heidi, where are you from?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. And Tracy.
I'm from Springfield, Ohio. Donna Marshall is my upline.
Cool. And there's Wendy. Wendy, where are you
Sydney.
from?
I'm from outside Sydney in Australia.
In Australia. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
Awesome.
I'm a demonstrator too, but
Cool.
Welcome aboard.
Um,
thanks.
so I always get scared to do these with a live Zoom because if you have followed me before, I did one a while back and I opened it to anybody and everybody. Well, there was somebody did some very inappropriate things, and so it got me like all in a mess. So if I don't know who you are, I'm not going to have you come into the Zoom because no one needs to see that again because that was a so I'm going to go ahead and um, I'll mute all of you that are here, and I'm going to come on big here. Let's see. Oops. Uh, okay. Make sure we're good here. So anyway, my name is Kevin Thiessen, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Fremont, Nebraska. This is the first live that I've done in my new city and my new stamp room. And so I'm still working on the lighting. It's a little bit bright, I can tell, but I'm going to be hopefully getting that all fixed soon. But anyway, I am so excited because my new stamp room is huge. I have enough room out here to fit comfortably 12 people that can come and stamp with me for my classes. I'm going to have my retreats here. I have a very beautiful backyard that has a patio, and so we can have our meals out there. So I'm just super excited about that. And as you can see, I'm packing boxes because I still have stuff everywhere. But anyway, this is something new that I wanted to try. And I have one of my demonstrator friends, Scott Stralo from Las Vegas. He does happy hours. Well, he did do happy hours and he kind of stopped doing them. And I thought, well, why don't we do happy hours again? So I'm going to do it tonight to see what kind of response I get. And I do have one set up for next week on Thursday, the 18th. And that again is going to be 6 to 7 Central Time. Now, tonight, I already showed you the card we're going to make, but next week is going to be a mystery stamping. And so that'll be more fun because that way you will be making along with me. And again, when I tell you and show you the pieces for the project, if you don't have the exact same colors, the same stamps, it's okay. You can use whatever you want because I have all the measurements so you can make your own card. But first, this is happy hour. So everybody grab your drink and let's give a cheers. So cheers. And let's get started. At the end, I'm going to tell you some specials that I have going and some exciting news. So this is where I get scared to make sure my camera is going to work right. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. I think we got it. I have my helpers up here on the top row watching, and they've all are giving me a cheer, so I must have it right. Okay, so this is the card that I'm going to show how to make. I think it's simple, but it doesn't look very simple. And I'll show you how it opens. It's like a 3D card. So it opens like this. And so when it sets up, I know it's hard to tell, but when it sets up, it's like an easel. And then it opens, so you have your inside like that. Okay, so I'll get back to that in just a minute. I do want to let you know that we are now into our mini catalog, which is September through December of 2025. And I'm not going to go through this whole thing. There are a ton of new stamp sets, embossing folders, DSP for the holidays. And if you do not have your own copy of this catalog, let me know and I will make sure that I get one in your hands. We'll put that aside. So basically tonight, I want to try to stick to making the card. Now, if you know me, you know that's going to be a challenge for me because trying to stay on task is not the easiest, but we're going to see how we can do. Okay. So these are the pieces that you're going to need. Now, I know it's a lot of pieces and you don't have to do this many pieces, and I'll show you how you can kind of change it a little bit. I am going to try to read comments if I can. If you're watching on Facebook, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first time, if you watched me before, if you're wondering why I'm here on this. Oh, look, my friend Kim is watching. This is her first card. I'm so excited. So Kim has all the supplies to make this card. So Kim, you're going to love it. Okay, so we're going to kind of go backwards. You're going to need a piece of ribbon that's 16 inches. And this is all out of the Sweet Halloween suite. And I'm using the Spooky Halloween stamp set and the Sweet Halloween stamp set. So these two sets, okay? And in the suite, it has the stamp sets, it has the paper, it has pretty much everything. So I'm not going to go through all of that. But you're going to need a piece of ribbon that's approximately 16 inches long. And then you're going to need a circle that is 2 inches. And I just punched them with the punches. There's the 2-inch punch. And then Petunia Pop is the 2 3/8 punch. My punches are like way used. And then you're going to want a basic black circle that is 2.5. Now, all these measurements are on my page, so you can make this card later, change colors, whatever you want to do. Okay, so the next thing is our DSP. Now, if you're new, DSP means designer series paper, and it comes in mostly 12 by 12. Sometimes we have 6 by 6, it just depends. But this is the 12 by 12, and you need a piece that's 3/4 by 3 3/4 of your the bats and candy. So on the back, there's another design but we're gonna use the candy and the bats, okay? And then you're gonna need a piece of the same paper that is 1 inch by 5 1/4, and one piece that is 3 3/4 by 4. Now it's important that your bats are going the right way. And I put this in the measurements as well, because you want the bats to be flying like this. You don't want to have it like that. Otherwise your bats are flying sideways, and like this, your bats are upside down. So make sure that your bats are going the right way. Same thing on the 1 by 5 1/4. There's not a whole lot of bats in here, but you want to make the bats flying and not upside down. Okay, then you're going to need a piece that is a basic white that's 3/4 by 3 3/4. Another piece of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 4. And now our basic black, you're going to need 1 inch by 4. 1 1/4 inch by 5 3/8. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 4 by 4 1/4. And our petunia pop, we have a piece that is 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now I don't do this eighth thing, so this is, it's always a challenge for me to get these measurements, but it's 7/8 by 3 7/8. And then a piece that is 1 1/2 by 11. And we're going to score this at 5 1/2. We'll get to that in a second here. And then your card base is 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to score it at 1, 2, and 6 1/2 inches. So let's go ahead and start scoring our cardstock. So I'm just going to bring in my scoreboard, and I'm going to put it going this way. It goes off of here. So there's marks on your board. So I want to do it at 1. So we're just going to score it at 1, and then at 2, and then score it again at 6 1/2. So right there. So that's all the scoring on this piece. You can kind of see how I scored it there. So now on this strip, might as well get these out of the way. We're going to score this at 5 1/2. So put it in your board and score it at 5 1/2. Okay, so our scoring is all done. So let's take these pieces off. Put that aside. All right. I have to laugh because if you know me, you know that I have lots of pieces for my card. And my friend Beck Hall from Australia has renamed me Kevin Sir Piece a lot because I do lots of pieces with my cards. So what you want to do is, if you have a bone folder, this helps crease your cardstock so you get a nice crisp crease. So do that with the strip. And then with the longer piece, we're just going to fold it down and up and back. So you're going to get the little easel. Okay. And you want to burnish that as well, because you want it to set up nicely. So I'm going to do that one and then do it here. So now it'll stand up as we get going. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's do our stamping to get that out of the way. And we're going to take the white circle, and let's see, I have pieces everywhere. Your 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then the 3 3/4 by 4. So we're going to stamp on all of these. Now, if you haven't heard, Stampin' Up is doing something that I'm super excited about. We are going to soon be having all photopolymer stamp sets. I know some of you are bummed that you like the red rubber and the cling, but I am so excited that we're going to 100% photopolymer. Now, if you don't know what that means, a photopolymer stamp is a clear stamp. So you can see right where you're stamping with the clear stamps. The cling and red rubber, to me, they're harder. And to be honest, when we first went to photopolymer, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that or not. But let me tell you, now I love it. Photopolymer is like my favorite thing. Okay, so on this set, the Spooky Halloween, we're just going to use the Happy Halloween stamp out of this. And then on the Sweet Halloween, we're going to use the Hair for the Candy and Too Cute to Spook. Now, we could use these other pieces, but we're not going to do that on this card. Okay, I already have stamps mounted on my blocks. So there's that one and the Too Cute to Spook and Happy Halloween. Now you'll notice on this one, I like to put my stamps at an angle because I think it's easier to when you're going to stamp. So if it's a word like that on a bigger block, that works best for me. So we're going to do this all in the Memento black. Now, if you know what a Memento black pad looks like, you're going to be like, what is that? Because this will not look like your normal Memento black pad. So what this is, my friend Melissa Winko had given us these great tips on how to take a craft pad, which is white, and then we're going to fill it with our Memento ink. That way your pad is going to be similar to all of our other ink pads. Now you don't have to do this. You could just use the regular Memento pad, but this way it matches all of our other pads. And if you do that, make sure, see, I made a label that says Memento so I don't grab the wrong thing. So we're just going to open that up like that. And the first thing we're going to do is take the Too Cute to Spook and you're going to ink it up. Okay. When I do these live, it always freaks me out thinking I'm going to make a mistake. Now see how you can see through it? Love that. So we're going to put it right on to the circle. My head might get in the way for a second. And we're going to press down and you say, Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful. Pick it up and perfect. It does help to say Kevin is wonderful. I mean, it's a thing. Okay, so then set that to the side. Now on your shorter white piece, we're going to do the Hair for the Candy. So again, we're going to ink up our stamp and put it right centered and go down. Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful. And then pop that off of there. Perfect. So Kim, I expect you to get all of the employees at Jimmy John's to always say, Kevin is wonderful. So just kidding, you don't have to. Well, you could. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm stamping on the right side of this because it will go one or two ways. So I want it to go with the short on the top. Otherwise, if I do it here, you can see it's not going to fit. So we want to stamp the Happy Halloween on the 3 3/4 side, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it over to the side a little bit. So over here and go, what do we all say? Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful, Kevin is wonderful, and ta-da. Now it looks kind of funny because it's to the side, but you'll see what I did in a minute here. So all the stamping is done. Okay, so make sure you put your pad away because it could be dangerous if you have ink everywhere. All right, so we're just going to build this card. And so let's take our two pieces of black that are the 4 by 4 1/4 inch. Now we know that's going to fit perfectly on there. So if you do it this way, it's not going to fit. So just put it right on here. And I am a green glue fan. If you guys are green glue, team glue, let me know. Green glue is the best thing. I know I have some friends who do not like green glue, but you know what? They will grow up someday. So just put a little bit of glue. Don't get crazy and put a ton. and then put that in the center of the basic black. Okay, so you're just gonna mount that on here like that and set that aside. Now take the DSP, the 3 3/4 by 4, and we're going to put that on the other piece of black. Now, again, that's how it's going to go. If you do it this way, it's not going to fit. So you want to do it so it's full frame. I have so much I want to talk about, but I need to stay focused, and we're going to make the card, and then I'll talk after the card, because I see squirrels, and if I start talking about something else, I will totally get off track. So we're gonna make the card first. All right, so you have those two pieces done. Okay, so now what we want to do is let's take our black circle and the petunia pop circle, and we're just going to glue this on top of the black. Just a little swirly of glue. And it kind of just has that little bit of a black edge showing. I don't know why my camera is doing autofocus. That's better. Okay, so you have just a little bit of black showing around there. Okay, now let's take the Too Cute to Spook, and we're gonna put that on top of the petunia pop. All right, so right in the center, like that. All right, you guys, this card is so simple, but yet it's all the layers, because like I said, layers make your cards really stand out. So now let's take the piece that has the DSP and the candy and the bats. Now, if it's like this, your bats are flying upside down. You might, have some crazy bats going on, but we want them to fly the right way. So that is going to go right in the center of the petunia pop. Put that right here. Okay. So now you can see we're starting to get somewhere with this card because it's starting to come to life a little bit more. Okay, so now let's take this the strip here that was 1.5 by 11, and remember we scored it at 5.5. We're going to take the long black piece and you're going to put it on here. Now you'll notice that I'm going all the way to the bottom because I want to make sure. Can you see that? So there's a reason I went all the way to the bottom, because you'll understand in a minute. So let's put that on real quick. All right. So to center that, just make sure it's. And if you guys make a mistake, if it's crooked, it's okay. It's hand stamped. No one's going to call the stamping police and turn you in. Well, at least I hope not. So I have it all the way to the bottom. Okay. And now take the strip of DSP, the 1 by 5.25, and we're going to put that right on top. Again, it's going clear to the bottom. So put that centered and bottom. So you have it right like that. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach this together. So you can open this up, and then I just have it going to the back, and you can see how this is going to line up at the bottom. and you want to have it centered. I mean, you don't want to have it like over to the side. Put it as close to the center as you can. Like that. And so I'm going to open this up with the DSP slide and just put a little bit of glue or your tape along the bottom. Okay, so then we're going to shut that. So it's right in as close to the middle as you can get it. And again, if it's off, it's okay. So you have it just on the bottom here. Okay, so now on the back, you can just open this up and put another little bit of glue just down the side and then shut it and hold it for just a couple seconds. All right. So now you're going to have that 3D piece that pops up like that. You guys, I love this card. It's so cool. Now, if you wanted to make it simpler, you wouldn't have to use DSP. You could just take like the stars and you could stamp them in Petunia Pop. On the Petunia Pop was like just have random stars or in black. But I like the DSP. I like to do it all. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take your the black piece and we're going to just glue this at the bottom. Now, you want to be careful that you don't get glue too high up. So I'm going to just do a little bit along the bottom and just a little bit on the edges, not a whole lot. I'm not going to go clear to the top because I don't want it to stick to the card if it's too high. So just glue that. Now it should give an illusion that it's all one piece. Do you see that? That makes sense. So it looks like it's all one piece of cardstock. So now when it pulls out, it's not going to stick to that. So hopefully that makes some sense. All right, now let's take the strip of Petunia Pop and the white, and we're just going to glue this in the middle. You know, I've done hundreds of Facebook Lives, and I always get nervous. I don't know why that is. So hopefully this is coming across okay. All right, so you just have that in the center, like so. Now what we're going to do is take some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're going to pop this up on top of the black. So I like to get carried away, and I love dimensionals. And so I want to make sure that it's going to stick. So I'm going to put quite a few. Now, you don't have to put this many, but I want my projects to stay together. Okay. So just pick these off. Right. And then center this right in the middle of the black. Now, again, it's easier to do when you're not doing it on camera. Okay. I just think it gives it some really cool dimension. Are you all following me so far? Trying to read comments, and we're gonna just see how it goes. But hopefully you're all doing okay. How about you ladies who are making the card with me? Is it going okay? Okay, they're giving me thumbs up, so that's good. And we'll see their cards when we come back on at the end. Okay, so what I want to do now is let's go ahead and do the inside. So I punched out these pieces, and these are, they come off of, let me grab this real quick. In the um, in the DSP, this one has die cuts, and I love these because they're already done for you. They just punch out really easy. I know Kim is making hers with one of these, which is also really cute, but you could use any of these for your piece you're putting on next. So I just want to share that. So we're going to take the banner, and the banner is going to go right along the top, kind of at an angle. Okay. And I did pop that up. Again, I like my dimensionals. So we're going to put a couple dimensionals. Now, if you don't have the mini ones, you can take a bigger one, and I'm just going to cut it in half like that. And I probably would have, let's see. Yeah, you can't see those. Now I know that this is on the inside, and normally on insides of my cards, I don't do dimensionals, but this one's going to stand up anyway, so it's fine. And so I'm just going to put this going like that. It's just kind of fun like that. Okay. Now the last piece of your DSP that you have, we're going to put that along the bottom, and that's going to kind of finish that off a little bit. And so now if you want, you could use the other side. It's totally up to you if you want to do that one instead, but I'm going to keep the theme going. So I'm still going to use the candy on the inside. Now, normally, I like to leave a little bit of a white gap here. And I'm going to do that on this one. On the one I made as the sample, I did not do that because I wanted to show you how they look different. I just think it's kind of cool leaving a little bit of white at the bottom. And then, of course, then you can sign here. So let's go ahead and put this inside the card. Okay. So open up your card. You're just going to put this right centered inside like that. So there's your inside, and it's going to sit up. It sits up really nice like that. Okay. So now let's take our too cute to spook. And what I want to do is we're going to pop it up on here. So I'm going to remember where the center is. And I like to just hold it, and I know it's right here. So I'm going to go one there, and I know it's right here. So it's there. And I'm going to put 3. That way I know it's kind of down the center. Okay. So pop those off. If you guys are watching the replay, please let me know where you're watching from. Say replay. Share this with your friends. Because it's always fun to get other people excited about stamping. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. Now, this does measure out to be a normal card size. So you don't want to put this too high, otherwise it won't fit in your envelope. So I have it right about there. And if you're making it, just keep opening it and looking like, oh my gosh, how cool is this? Because it does stand up. It's 3D. It looks way cool. All right, so now we're going to take the little, I don't know, is this I don't know if it's a leopard, a teddy bear. I don't know what this is, but it's just cute. So we're going to put a couple. Well, let's do 3 because I'm into the 3 thing. Okay, so put 3 on the back. Now I wanted to go up here, but now if I were to put like it is here, it's going to look funny. So on my bottom one, I want to put one more dimensional, so it's double popped. And that'll make sense when you see, because these 2 are going to attach here, which is already popped up. and these double pops are going to be down at the bottom, so it's not going to look silly, I guess. So see how now it makes sense how it sticks on there, because I have the two at the bottom. So just like that. Okay. So go ahead and take your piece of ribbon and slide it under that strip, and you're just gonna tie a bow. So what I'm gonna do is just tie like this, and just tie like you're tying your shoe or tying on something. Now I always say too much ribbon, because if you have to trim it and you have it too small of a piece to start, then you can always take off, but you can't add. So just like that. Now I have two types of scissors. You can see these have ribbon on them because these are my ribbon scissors. Do not let me catch you using these on anything but ribbon, because these are gonna get gunky, and that's okay. But when you're cutting ribbon, you want it to be a nice cut, and you don't want glue or um, adhesive on here. And I'm just cutting it at an angle, just like that. Okay, so that ribbon adds some little cuteness to it. I'm going to embellish this with some of the stars, they're foam mounted stars that come with this. And I'm going to use the purple ones. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool. Now, everybody does it different. I liked using the glue end, and I'm just going to take off one and put one here. And I'm going to take a littler one and go here. And then let's do a big one down here. That just kind of adds some fun sparkle to your card. Now, I have a ton of these festive pearls that I got at Christmas time. They're discontinued, but I thought how cute to take one of these silver ones and put it right here in the middle of that to add some more bling to it. Again, if you know me, we cannot have a Kevin card until we've added Wink of Stella. So the Wink of Stella is a glitter pin that is the most awesome thing since sliced bread. If you do not own a glitter pin, then I don't know if we can be friends, but no, just kidding. Wink of Stella. So what we're gonna do is kind of go a little bit crazy. I think it looks good on the wings. Now it's really hard to see on the video. So if you don't know what I'm doing and you think I'm just making it up, then I'm not. So I'll hold this up in a minute here. Putting it on the wings, and I'm going to put it on the crown, and then on the little that thing she's holding. Okay, I don't know if you can you see it's really hard to see, but it's there, it's sparkly. Ta-da. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some more candy. And so these are some pieces that I took off of that DSP. And again, yes, we're going to pop them up. And I'm going to use just one. And we're just going to put right on the outside of the card. I just think it really jazzes it up a little bit. And then just one on here. And this one, we put it like right there. So there you have the card. And then it opens like this. And it will fit perfectly into an envelope because it's the right size. So there's the sample. I think it did pretty good. Pretty close, huh? Oh, right. Let's me stop sharing for a minute. If I can find the stop sharing button. Okay, so let's see what my friends did. Um, let's see. So Heidi has hers. I'm going to spotlight you. You can unmute yourself. Oops. Or we might have you muted. Nope, I think you're still muted. Nope, you're still muted. Let's see if I can. Try it now. There.
There we go.
Yay.
Yeah, it said that you had to do it. There we go.
Oh, I like how you kind of changed yours, put different words.
Yep, I didn't have the other set, so I just used the one set
Very nice.
and it all fit.
Looks. And how's your inside? Perfect. And it sets up pretty good, doesn't it?
Yes, perfect.
Awesome.
I just have to fix this. I went too short, so I'll fix that.
Okay, looks good. Awesome.
Thank you.
Uh,
Fun. Easy.
Tracy or Wendy or Sandy, did you guys make it? Let's see. Let's remove spotlight. Oh, right. Tracy, you're muted too.
Okay, I didn't have that set, but I had one from last year. Might be-
Ooh. See, that's what I think is cool, is that we can all do something with the idea.
And I haven't finished the inside yet, but
Have
I'm
you
gonna
made a card like this
add some
before?
more stuff to the kettle.
Cool. Have you made a card like this before?
No,
Well,
no,
good.
this is cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Let's see. Wendy, did you make it or you? Oh, she did. Let's make her. And then Wendy, if you can unmute yourself.
I didn't have the set either, so I've missed the Be Mine or Be My Valentine or something. I
Oh,
haven't
look at
quite
that.
finished.
How fun. So
Yeah,
what
I'm still
time is it
working
where
on
you
it.
are?
It's quite 20 to 10 in the morning.
Wow. See, you're in the future.
I'm in the future.
We call you the
So,
Jetsons and we're the Flintstones.
oh, okay. I don't know whether that works. I think I've slept in a bit this morning, but I'm right.
And is it true, like in Australia, you don't really do much with Halloween?
No, we don't do a lot.
Yeah.
So
So I like
some
that you,
some
yeah,
places are doing some, but yeah,
I love that you changed it up a little bit.
yeah,
Thank you for joining us.
that's okay.
And
I like learning.
Sandy, uh-oh, she's coming. Let's get her. We're gonna spotlight her. Oh, you're still working on it. Nice. Lots of different ideas. I love it. I love being able to share. All right. You guys did amazing. So if you made the card, you could post a picture in the link or of the oh, whatever this is called, the Facebook Live. I'd like to see what you guys have done as well. Okay, my lighting is so bright. I don't know why I'm so bright, but let's see. I'm gonna try to turn the light off. I'm still working with my lighting, so I don't know what I'm doing. Let's move this down a little bit. Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's better. So, you guys, that was fun. I'm excited that I had some people join me. And if you were in the waiting room and I didn't get you in, it's because I forgot, because I don't remember. I can't check everything. And so I'll be doing it a little bit different next time. But I do want to share a couple things real quick. Um, like I said, next Thursday, I'm going to do another happy hour, and it's going to be Thursday, I think it's the 18th. And it's going to be a mystery stamping. And so you're not going to see what we're making. You'll get all the measurements and all the pieces and supplies, but you won't actually see what we're doing until we make it. So that's mystery stamping next week from 6 to 7 Central Time. So I'm excited about that. Okay. One of the big things I wanted to share with everybody is I have been doing Stampin' Up! For 29 years, 8 months, and some days. Very close to 30 years. Can you believe it? 30 years I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Well, almost. So I want to celebrate my 30th anniversary. And it's in January. So it's actually January 22nd of 2026 will be my 30th year as a demonstrator. Now, I always do online retreats, and I do a winter retreat, and it just happens to be about the same time as my Stampiversary, as we call it. And so, since you're watching, I'm going to give you a deal. It's going to be a great deal if you want to take advantage of it. My winter retreat is January 30th, 31st, and February 1st. I'm doing it 2.5 days this time. I've never done more than 2 days, but we're going to extend it on to Sunday, and it will be Sunday mid-morning afternoon. Now, you might be saying, well, I go to church or I have plans. It's okay because my online retreats are recorded. So you can watch it whenever you want, whatever works out best for you. And so what I'm doing for this one is I have 30 different demonstrators from all over the world who are going to help me celebrate my 30th. Look, I get choked up. My 30th Stampiversary. And so I have people from all over the world who are going to be doing demonstrations throughout the whole time. And if you've ever been to one of my retreats before, you know it's something you don't want to miss because it's lots of fun. And I might have a very special guest who I don't want to tell you who it is yet, who will be on and share. So that's exciting. And they're from the home office, that'll give you a little bit of a tip. So my online retreat for my winter January retreat, it's $60, and you get to watch all the presentations. You get PDFs of all of their projects that they do, and then I also do 6 craft-alongs. And so throughout the time, you'll be making cards with me. It's just a great time, and of course, I have prize patrol. I give away shopping sprees. It is so much fun. So it's $60, but since it's my 30th anniversary, I'm taking 30%. So it's going to be $42 if you sign up, which is really a pretty good deal. So it's $42 if you sign up now. But if you're watching this and you place an order under my Stampin' Up! Website, and I'll have the information. If you place an order of $30 or more, before shipping and tax, you can come to my retreat for free. So that's like crazy deal. That's crazy. And it's only if you're watching this now. I know some of you have already prepaid and, sorry, but you've already paid. But this is for the people who are watching now, that if you place an order for $30 before shipping and tax, then I will get a notification, and then I will put you into the Facebook group. The Facebook group, it's a private group, and so far I have 92 people registered for my January retreat, so I'm pretty stinking excited about it. So again, thank you everybody for joining me. I almost stayed like right on time. I'm almost impressed with myself. Like I got 10 minutes left. But anyway, I'm gonna bring some people back on here real quick because Heidi, you've been to my retreats, haven't you? Tracy, have you? I can't remember who's on here. That Sandy has. Can I put you guys on the spot? Would you just share about the? Let's have Heidi go. You can unmute yourself.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I loved it. Lots of fun, keeping up with everybody and getting, I love all the special people that talk to. They give us so many ideas. And then the surprise at the end is that they give us instructions for almost all of them, so we can make it all over again. The ones that we're not crafting along with, we can make later. So it's a lot of fun, well worth every penny. And especially if you could get it in free, go for it. Well, not free, but with an order.
Right. So it's kind of a win-win because you're
Yep.
getting stuff and you get to come for free. So
It's well worth it. A $30 order or whatever if you don't want to order, pay the amount. It's worth the amount.
thank you.
Very good.
Sandy came to the first. Can you unmute yourself real quick? Let's see.
Yes.
So you came to my summer one.
Yes, I did.
Was that the first one you've been to?
Yes.
And Sandy was crazy. Sandy was. Were you a Prize Patrol winner?
No.
I was.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Heidi was. I knew one of you was. So what did you think of the online retreat?
Oh, I loved it. Can't wait for the next one. I signed up right on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's lots of fun. And it's with it being worldwide, you can watch it anytime. And I have people from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, presenters, and it's so much fun. I mean, I get excited because it's like, oh my gosh, watching these people do this. And with it being my 30th anniversary, I'm really excited to do that. But anyway, if you guys want more information, just put it in the comments. I'll let you know. But if you, I'm gonna, let's see, today is Thursday. If you place an order by Sunday, I'm gonna give you a few days. If you place a $30 or more order by Sunday, I will put you in for free. Or if you want to just pay the $42, which is 30% off by Sunday, then you'll also be added to the. And I try to do fun things prior to the retreat. Some little challenges and things just to get people excited. So, all right, I am going to do my best to stop because I want to keep this at an hour. So those of you who are on the Zoom with me, you guys can stay for a minute while I disconnect from Facebook. And I can't believe I've done this by myself. But usually Brenda
did.
helps me with everything.
Yeah,
But
you did it.
I know, I'm so
Yay.
excited. But now I have to remember how to stop it. That's where it gets a little tricky. So let me. So, all right, everybody. We will catch you again.
Next
Bye.
week.
Okay.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next
bye-bye.
week. Same time.